very good morning to all. It is an immense pleasure and great honor to be amongst the worldwide distinct dignitaries. I, Rashmi Shrawat,
and I, Komal Gangi, feel proud and privileged to welcome you all on behalf of Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies and thank you for joining us at this 30th National Conference on Emerging Trends in Web Technologies, Social Media and Mobile Applications. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies, we welcome our Honorable Chief of Guest, Professor Syed I. Ehsan, ex-Pro Vice Chancellor, Patna University, Bihar, with a round of applause. We also welcome our guest of honors, Professor Mashir Ahmed, Professor and Head, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Jamia Millia Islamia University, Dr. Nitin Malik, Joint Registrar, GGSIP University, Professor M.N. Huda, Director, Bharatiya Vidyapeeth, and Professor Harleen Kaur, Jamia Hamdard University, New Delhi, with a round of applause.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the aim of education is the knowledge, not of fact, but of values. It is on occasions like this where we get opportunities to test our knowledge and understanding. We look forward to get an exposure about what the best of the brain think about web technologies, social media and mobile app. Ladies and gentlemen, it is needless to mention that in today's environment, networking sites are the preferred platforms for all kinds of activity, both business and personal.
Social media, which is the second track of this conference, is growing rapidly and plays an increasingly important role in the development of online communities. Mobile apps, which is the third track, are promising, quick, and convenient. Stimulated by the growing acceptance of users for mobile applications, most enterprises are shifting or expanding their business to smartphones. Online selling, app ordering, digital payments are bringing in the best in today's business.
Vishal Rupe Vishal Akshi Vidyam Dehi Namostute. Ladies and gentlemen, Ma Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge and arts. So, in order to pay a tribute to Ma Saraswati, may I now request all the dignitaries on the stage to kindly join in lamp lighting.
Sharade Ma, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ।
Proceeding with the felicitation ceremony, now I request our Director Sir to kindly felicitate the Honorable Chief Guest Professor Syed I. Ehsan, ex-Pro Vice Chancellor, Patna University, Bihar.
Now I would request our Chief Executive Academics and Development, Dr. A.K. Srivastava, to kindly felicitate Professor M.N. Huda, Director, Bharatiya Vidyapeeth.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Jitendra Rai, convener of this conference, to kindly felicitate Professor Harleen Kaur, Jamia Hamdard University. Thank you, sir.
Now I request Professor Sudhir Dabra, HOD MCA Academics, to kindly felicitate our Director, Dr. Ajay Kumar.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would request Professor Vishal Khatri to kindly felicitate our Chief Executive Academics and Development, Dr. A.K. Srivastava.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Krishna Bhati to kindly felicitate Dr. Jitendra Rai, Head Academic Extension and convener of this conference.
Moving ahead, I now request our Director Dr. Ajay Kumar, Doctorate in Management with more than 25 years of experience in teaching, research and industry, instrumental in conceptualization and convened more than 10 international and 30 national conferences on various contemporary issues of management. Author of books on business policy, service marketing and international business management. He is an active member of IMA and other professional bodies. Sir, you have been a great motivator and strength for us. Sir, it is my pleasure to invite you and deliver the opening remarks.
Good morning. I take this opportunity to extend my special welcome to the star-studded panel on the occasion of 30th edition of National Conference at Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies on the topic Emerging Trends in Web Technologies and Social Media and Mobile Applications. At the onset, I welcome Chief Guest of the National Conference, Professor Saeed, Pro Vice Chancellor of Patna University, Bihar. Professor Saeed is Computer Science Professor in Education Management, professional researcher and author. Sir is specialized in multiple areas including bioinformatics, computational biology, Web 2.0, including bioinformatics. Professor Saeed graduated from University of Sheffield in United Kingdom and is a winner of National Merit Scholarship Award. And he has won British Council Overseas Scholarship Award for PhD. He has taught many prestigious institutions in Saudi Arabia and India and has been recently posted at Patna University, Bihar as a Pro Vice Chancellor. I welcome once again, sir, to accept our request and spare your valuable time to be the chief guest of our 30th edition of National Conference at Tecnia. I welcome guest of honor Professor Dr. M.N. Huda, Director, Bharati Vidyapeeth Institute of Computer Science, Computer Application and Management. Sir has published more than 50 papers at both national and international levels and has participated in more than 100 workshops, seminars and staff development programs organized at national and international level as a resource person, as a keynote speaker, as a special chair, a session chair, a moderator, as a panelist, so on. Sir has delivered over 100 invited talks on the keynote addresses at different academic forums on various emerging issues in the field of information technology and innovations, in teaching, learning, and have organized around 40 national level management development and quality improvement programs for working executives in industry and academia. He is the chairperson, Division 1 System of Computer Society of India. He has taken active part in various activities of CSI, Computer Society of India, and organized good number of activities nationally at the Delhi chapter and at the regional level. Sir has expert member of the board level committees of DST, CSIR and Ministry of HRD. He has been a member of Court of GGSIP University, New Delhi, and has been member of Board of Management of GGSIP University for the 2 terms from 2010 to 2011 and 2006-2007, and has served as a member of Academic Council of GGSIP University for 9 consecutive terms since 2006. He is also working as co-coordinator cum convener for the MCA program of GGSIP University, New Delhi, since last 12 years from 2004. During last 12 years, as a chairman of the Syllabi and Restructuring Committee of MCA program of GGSIP University, he has steered the revision of MCA curriculum thrice, which is considered as one of the best curriculum of MCA program in the country. As a member of different board of committees and task force, he has facilitated more than dozen universities for restructuring of IT and computer science programs, both at UG and PG level, for his innovation and realignment process, requirement for the teaching and learning practices in line with the requirement of IT industry in the 21st century. Sir, we welcome you as an eminent speaker on the conference, sir. It's my pleasure. I also welcome the Dr. Mushir Ahmed. He will be joining shortly on the dais. I also welcome Professor Dr. Nitin Malik. He will be joining shortly. He is the Joint Registrar GGSIP University. I would also welcome keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Harleen Kaur, Jamia Hamdard University, New Delhi. Madam is PhD in Computer Science from Jamia Millia Islamia University. She has previously served in University of Delhi and presently serving in Department of Computer Science, Hamdard University. She has published numerous research articles, referred journals, and conference proceedings and books. She is on the national editorial board of several IT magazines and journals of national and international repute. She has been reviewer for several conferences on data mining, wireless networking, and physiology organized at national and international level. She has been a recipient of UNESCO Fellowship to attend at various workshops in Italy. She has been nominated by DIT, Ministry of Communication, IT, and IT Government of India, DOIC, Ministry of Communication, IT Government of India, as an expert member of expert committees. She is a member of several international bodies. She has attended, organized several international seminars and workshops in the area of application of data mining and visited Germany in this context. Her main research area in the field is data analysis and applications to medical databases, medical decision making, networking, network security, physiologic, information retrieval, parallelism network, and visualization. I welcome man of many facets, Dr. R.K. Gupta in absentia. He is a constant source of inspiration for organizing this 30th edition of National Conference. We request the star-studied panel of today's conference to share their words of wisdom to develop the alma mater and provide the new theories and practices prevalent in the contemporary business scenario across the globe and instill the grains of future propagation on pointers which can be searched and researched and can be developed as a topic for further research in PhD research and potential research scholars. Sir, your expertise and guidance and advice will take the students to a new level and instill confidence in the participants of the conference on the topic of emerging trends in web technology, social media, and application. So Tecnia, Institute of Advanced Studies, was started in the year 1998. It's been now an A-graded institute. We every year convening one conference, 3 national conference and 1 international conference to develop our theory and practical base. Sir, institutes believes in value-based quality education system on training and research and consultancy in the field of management, computer applications, and journalism, mass communication. Here in Tecnia, we bring together the theories, hands-on application as a unique approach, action-based learning, and interdisciplinary, team-oriented situation that develops the leaders and the change agent for tomorrow. I also welcome the chairs of various technical sessions, conference rapporteur, delegates for corporate resources for various plenary sessions from Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, Alpha University, Haryana, VTI Rohtak, Indian Institute of Management Rohtak, Chandraprabhu Jain College of Higher Studies and School of Law, Rukmani Devi Institute of Management Studies, Maharaja Surajwal Institute of Technology, Geeta Rathan International Business School, and eminent visitors, guests from press and media who are going to in the various delegation sessions of the Tecnia. The topic of the conference, emerging trends in web technology, social media, and mobile application, has been chosen to bring together researcher, faculty member, IT professional, engineers, and practitioners interested in this technological advances in the business application of web-based information system, social media, and mobile application. The conference has made 3 tracks. 1, covering applications of web technologies and internet. Number 2, the social media. And 3rd one is mobile applications. Of late, you must have seen whatever the new forwards has been developed as far as the likes and dislikes on the social media is concerned. You must have seen a 22-minute movie which makes a Priya a face renowned all over India. A simple wink can make you a heroine. This is what the power of social media. So you can imagine those things. Various tracks would be there. The deliberation of the conference has been compiled in the form of proceedings for circulation for the research, for the further reference and research. I wish the conference will be able to achieve its objectives and the participants will be learning new contemporary issues on the topic. I wish to give my best wishes to all the participants in this 30th National Conference. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jai.
Now, it's time to relish the moment of appreciation, pride, and felicitation of hard work. Yes, it's time to release proceeding of the conference. May I now request all the dignitaries on the dais to please release the conference proceeding for today's 30th National Conference on Emerging Trend in Web Technologies, Social Media, and Mobile Application. Now may I request Professor Harleen Kaur from Jamia Hamdard University to kindly deliver the keynote address. She is doctorate in computer science from Jamia Millia Islamia University on the topic of application of data mining techniques in healthcare management. She has published numerous research articles in referred international journals and conference proceeding and books. She is on the editorial board of several IT magazines and national and international journals. She has been nominated by DIT and DOIC, Ministry of Communication and IT, Government of India, as expert member of various committees.
There are three emerging technologies: IoT, big data, and and cloud computing. The IoT is a source of data by which we can generate a huge amount of data, whereas big data is a problem, and cloud computing is a solution. So these all three technologies can be handled with the help of mobile, and we are going to focus on emerging mobile cloud computing technologies. The term mobile cloud was introduced after the concept of cloud computing in the year 2007, and mobile cloud computing has been introduced to be a potential technology for our mobile computing services. So mobile cloud computing is an integrating services of a cloud computing into a mobile environment and overcomes the obstacles related to a battery life and environment related to a scalability and security issues. So this is the motivation. So nowadays, the market of a mobile phones, such as smartphone, tablets, has become a rapidly increasing. So it has become an important part of a life. So anywhere information can access in a fingertip, anywhere, anytime, and this has become a dream. So, but mobile devices still a lack in resources compared to a conventional information processing device, just like PCs and laptops. Whereas solution is a mobile cloud computing, which aims at using the cloud computing technology for storage, processing of data on mobile devices, thus by reducing their limitation. The solution is mobile cloud computing. So there are basically two technologies that are clubbed together: mobile networks and cloud computing. Here you can see mobile network using a mobile devices with 3G, Wi-Fi, GPRS data is transferred using a wireless access point to the cloud. And whereas cloud computing technology, data is stored and processed. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is a delivery model for IT service. It's a model for convenient, on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources that can be used and released with minimum efforts. So cloud computing dynamically scalable and virtualized resources they are used to serve over the net. So major type of cloud services such as SaaS, software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Now the term is, where is mobile computing is? So mobile computing is whereby the data processing and storage are moved from a mobile device to more powerful and centralized computing platform located in the cloud. And these are all centralized applications. They can access over the wireless connection based on a thin clients and on the mobile devices. This is the general architecture for mobile cloud computing. So mobile devices are connected to a mobile network, and mobile users request, process, transmitted through a central processor, and in the cloud controller is there. They provide access for storage and processing. So now is, what are the advantages? What are the advantages of a mobile computing? The first advantage is the extended battery life, whereas battery is a main concern for mobile devices. So solutions have been proposed to have enhanced CPU performance. It improves the data storage capacity and processing power, and also it improves the reliability. Now, what are the applications of mobile cloud computing? First application, mobile commerce can be used. It can be used in a mobile healthcare. It can be used in a mobile learning and mobile gaming. These are the various popular mobile applications have been taken advantages of a mobile cloud computing, and some typical applications are here. So now, what is mobile commerce? Which is also known as a m-commerce. And it is basically, it's a business model for commerce using a mobile device. So in this, it has been categorized into 3 categories: finance, advertising, and shopping. For example, mobile transactions are there, mobile payments are there, mobile messaging are there, mobile ticketing are there. They all enhance the technology of mobile cloud computing. Now, the second application is mobile learning, which is also known as m-learning. It is based on electronic learning and mobility. So traditional mobile learning applications have limitation in terms of high cost of devices and networks. So the cloud-based m-learning application are introduced to solve the problems of such a limitation. For example, utilizing a cloud computing solution at a high, these are the limitations, and the solution is cloud-based mobile learning application have been introduced to solve these limitations. For example, utilizing a cloud with a large storage capacity, powerful processing ability, the applications are for the learners is much more richer services in terms of data size, faster processing speed, and a longer battery life. Second application is a mobile healthcare. So in a mobile healthcare, it provides a mobile user with a convenient way of health the access resources such as patient health record easily and quickly in order to minimize the limitation of a traditional medical treatments and smaller physical storage, security, and a privacy and medical errors. So this minimizes the limitation of physical storage, security, privacy, and medical errors. Now, another application, popular application is mobile gaming. So mobile gaming is a potential market generating revenue for service providers. So mobile game can completely offload the game engine, requiring a large computing resources to the server in the client, and gamers can interact with the screen interface to their device. Let me conclude. We have generated more than billions of data. So this huge burst of data is coming in huge volumes from variety of resources, from social networks, mobile computing, analytics, and cloud computing. Here you can see 76% of a social media for a business. Businesses are using social media for a business, 76% of a data, and 72% of a data of enterprises improve the productivity by adopting a smart mobile device, whereas 75% of a CEO of a MNC companies, they are working to increase their company use by using analytics, because there is a huge amount of data available in the market, and analysis is able to help to make a sense of it. And you can see in a cloud, 92% of our businesses are completely satisfied with the cloud computing-based services.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I'm sure your address will help a lot in understanding the emerging trends of web technology and its future aspects. I now invite our guest of honor, Professor M.N. Huda, Director, Bharati Vidyapeeth, to say a few words. Professor Huda is doctorate in computer science with more than 20 years of experience in teaching, published over 50 research papers at both national and international levels. He's author of 2 books and an active member of CSI.
Very good morning to all of you. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Syed Ismail Hasan Saab, my very close and dear friends on the dais, Dr. Harleen, Dr. Rathore, Dr. Srivastav, Dr. Rai, faculty friends from these esteemed institutions, delegates, participants from different parts of the country, and dearmost student. At the outset, the process of lighting this lamp of knowledge reminds me, चार पंक्तियां हैं, घर से बढ़कर है फिक्रे चमन, घर तो फिर बना लेंगे हम, एक उम्मीद की लौ सलामत रहे, 100 दिए इस दिए से जला लेंगे हम. Friends, organizing a conference, inaugurating it like this, having a very apt keynote from Dr. Harleen, and then having a panel of experts on the dais is not an easy task. Ask these questions to those people who keep on organizing conferences. They will tell you how much efforts, blood and sweat is required to organize such conferences. So a big round of applause for entire organizing team for having organized it so successfully. And that's how I say कि एक उम्मीद की लौ सलामत रहे, 100 दिए इस दिए से जला लेंगे हम, चूँकि this need to inspire many others to organize such conferences. Second important observation which I have noted here, that this is 30th in the series, or doing it once and then leaving it. That's not the habit. So your institution has been busy in organizing one after another. So 30th in the series is not a small task. So a big round of applause for entire organizing team. Third important observation while sitting on the stage, I have noticed here that the theme which they have kept, you see around 6 years ago, almost all big research agencies in the world, whether IDC, whether Gartner, they concluded, and the topic was touched upon Dr. Harleen in her keynote address, that coming decade will be a decade which will be dominated by primarily 4 technologies, and the technologies will be named as in acronym form SMAC, social, mobile, analytics, and cloud. Your theme almost addresses to all such technologies, so a big round of applause for having such an apt theme. And finally, fourth important observation while going with the proceedings, because that too, a matter of pride of releasing it pre-conference, right? So while going through the proceeding, I realized that around 60% plus papers are written by ladies. So a true empowerment is happening, participation is happening, which probably in earlier days, maybe around 2 decades ago, were not there. So the change is in a big way happening. A big round of applause for giving this opportunity. Whenever I get this opportunity, I always start with a fundamental concept that there is nothing constant on this earth except change. How many of you are with me that change is the only constant phenomena on this earth? Yes. So we have to realize the changes which are happening and happening very fast, and keep ourselves proactive, not reactive, and keep ourselves adaptive to accept the changes up front, because if we do not accept the technological changes, probably the environment, the situation, the competition, the external factors will change us. How many of you in this audience have got Nokia feature phone still available with you? Anyone who has got Nokia feature phone? No. How many of you have now Nokia smartphone? Koi nahi. Please understand, had I asked this question maybe around 10 years ago, what would have been the answer? Almost 80% plus. Did you realize any time? Where did Nokia go wrong? क्या गलती हो गई? Such a strong product, 80% plus market share, huge customer loyalty, was not sustainable. And then I say, the problem was of change. Nokia didn't read the writings on the wall. कहते हैं दीवारों पे लिखी इबारतें पढ़नी पड़ती हैं. You need to constantly remain in touch with the changes and keep reading what are the future going to happen, and what is the future is always written on the wall. They kept believing that the strength of the existing product will keep them sustainable, will ensure the market share which they have, and will never face any challenge. And the challenge is before all of us, that a company which has 80% plus share in the market is no more available in the domain. That is the kind of impact of a change. And there are so many examples which can introduce the change, but when this one example was only to make you to understand how fast the technology change, and the moment changes are happening, it replaces everything, the way it has replaced Nokia. But at the moment of change, we have to realize what happens, that we keep on talking change, and we see here and there that everyone in and around us should change except me. मुझे छोड़ के सब बदलने चाहिए. And that's how it is said that इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है, रिश्ते बदलता है, दोस्त बदलता है, बदलते नहीं बदलते. इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है, रिश्ते बदलता है, दोस्त बदलता है, फिर भी परेशान क्यों रहता है? क्योंकि हम खुद को नहीं बदलते. तो मेरा ये कहना है कि जो टेक्नोलॉजिकल चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, you have to keep yourself proactive to accept those changes. Otherwise, Ghalib has said that उम्र भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी और मैं आईना साफ करता रहा. Changes are required in me. Changes should start from the person who is realizing, yes, change is required. So we have to change, we have to adapt to the technology. That is the first message which I thought I will give you today. And in the process of this change, see, a wonderful keynote address was delivered by Dr. Harleen. I has touched upon many technological dimensions related to the theme of the conference. Taking it forward will sensitize you what is happening at least a decade down the line. All of you are aware that huge researches are happening in the field of genomic sequencing. Large-scale genomic sequences with AI and machine learning is going to change the entire health industry and going to make every one of us CEO of our own health. Probably for 80% of the problems, you need not to visit a doctor. That is the kind of researches which is happening, and that is the kind of changes which are coming. The second important dimension which is happening is primarily the researches and the advancement happening on virtual reality and augmentation. We have seen from touch phone, from keyboard push button based phone to touch phone, and now there won't be any interface even to touch. The screens will not need any touch kind of facility. You think computing will happen. It is gesture-based computing, posture-based computing, expression-based computing, and not something beyond the expectation which I am talking. यहाँ organizers खड़े होते हैं, पीछे आवाज नहीं मिल रही है, वो यहाँ से पूछते हैं आवाज आ रही है, पीछे से कोई कहता नहीं. Indicate करता है थोड़ी आवाज बढ़ाओ, यहाँ आवाज नहीं आ रही है. It's a gesture-based, posture-based computing we are expecting. And then this kind of a smartphones, you need not to touch, you just imagine and a number will be dialed. You imagine a computing will happen. That is kind of domain which is coming up. To information system side, we have started from a flat file system to information system, MIS. We came across with automated and intelligent systems. Now we are talking of a smart systems, where there should not be absolutely any human interaction. And you are already visualizing that in many forms. The different countries, different organizations have started investing in a big way. Now we are talking of smart cities, we are talking of smart cars, we are talking of smart systems, we are talking that wherever possible, wherever algorithms can be designed, if may not be in a Boolean way, if in a fuzzy way even, let's do that so that finally the human interaction should be minimized and the system can be working on the basis of the inputs taking from the environment. That is a kind of domain which is changing. But in this entire process of change, what is happening, the interactions are less in physical mode, interactions are more in virtual mode. When the interactions are more on virtual mode, शायद बाप बेटे घर में बात करते 1-2 दिन गुजर जाते हैं, लेकिन फेसबुक और व्हाट्सएप पे ऑलमोस्ट हर मिनट बात करते हैं, एंड इसका एक साइड इफेक्ट आ रहा है. टेक्नोलॉजी इज ऑलवेज for the constructive purposes, not for the destructive purposes, but it is up to us to ensure that we are using technology and their related changes in a constructive way, in judicious way, for some purposes which should help the society to derive maximum benefit. What is happening that we are missing the life skills part. And life skills part, when I'm talking, and that's how huge debate is going on, that how many percentage of professionals coming out from different institutions, universities are employable. And then when I see, soon after the completion of the degree, company visits the campus and finds no one suitable, and all those students become employable after 6 months down the line. When I interact with the industry and ask them that what helped them to become employable after 6 months and were not employable at the time when they passed out their degree examination from the universities, then we understand where we went wrong. And that's how I say that whatever best you are doing, best will not come unless you have an analysis, of both the aspects, where you went right and where you went wrong. Where you went right, you must assess that to ensure, because those are your strengths. You must practice them next time in a more rigorous way. Where you went wrong, we must introspect, we must ensure that we have to prohibit it and ensure that next time onwards in future, we have to turn them into our strength or at least prohibit their occurrence. And that's how it is said that you have to do this post-mortem analysis to understand where you went right, where you went wrong. Otherwise, the kind of penetration which technology is doing in our day-to-day life, you can imagine with this that in last July there was a survey which was based on certain research. A survey was released in almost all social media has covered that survey, and it says that in 1 minute, 60 seconds, almost 200 emails are being sent. 200 million emails are being sent. 20 million plus in text messages are being sent. Close to 9 million Facebook logins are happening, and close to 5 million searches are happening only on Google. That is a kind of penetration, and so much so that close to $1 million online shopping is happening every minute. That is the kind of penetration of the web domain. That is the kind of penetration of ICT in our day-to-day life. But in this entire process, if we are not focusing on life skills aspect, because we are not interacting in physical mode, so where from the life skill will get developed? And that's how industry says that in 21st century professionals, we need at least 4 fundamental skills. And the first skill is, of course, your domain knowledge, your subject knowledge. If you are a computer science professional, know your subjects well, and do not expect कि जैसे टीचर्स आते हैं डेटा स्ट्रक्चर में क्लास में पढ़ाते हैं, आज हम क्यूज पढ़ाएंगे, अगले 3 क्लास में क्यूज पढ़ाया जाएगा, फिर आपको लिखते हैं राइट एग्जैक्ट क्वेश्चन देते हैं, राइट ए प्रोग्राम to implement this using Q, write a program to do this using Q, and then next day कहते हैं आज मैं आपको स्टैक पढ़ाऊंगा, फिर ऑलमोस्ट सेम सारे प्रोग्राम से स्टैक में लिखते हैं. डू नॉट एक्सपेक्ट दैट इन योर डे टू डे लाइफ while joining the organizations, problem will come compartmentalized in this way, and your client or someone will tell us that ये problem क्यू से सॉल्व होने वाली हैं, ये स्टैक से सॉल्व होने वाली हैं, ये एरे से सॉल्व होने वाली हैं, और इसके लिए कुछ और चाहिए मुझे. Such kind of compartmentalization will not come in day-to-day life. Problem will come as a natural statement in Hindi language, maybe English language, maybe any of the language from the client. It is up to us to comprehend the problem, do a complete analysis, technical analysis of the problem, understand how many problems of stack is there, how many programs needed for using Q, how many applications are here for arrays, and then when we compose all these programs, finally the solution of the problem will be that a skill set is needed. And that's how we claim that when we are talking of domain knowledge or subject knowledge, it must empower you for application, not only a knowledge which is available with me. So that skill set is very important. And while understanding this, one more aspect is attached, that in a kind of ad hoc manner, if you are implementing your subject knowledge for the given problem, the solution will never be maintainable, its life will be very poor. And when we are talking of solution will never be maintainable, its life will be poor, we are focusing on process-driven approach. And that's how all entire IT industry put together were very focused that we should get CMM assessment, and CMM is nothing but your capability maturity model assessment. And they only focus on process improvement. Multiple definitions in software engineering books, in process engineering books have been mentioned about what is the process. I will give you a quick example. There were few school friends who were traveling in a train during summer vacation, and say in a general compartment, and the fan installed in the train was also not working. So these school friends who are facing too much of heat. So they saw a vendor on one platform, railway platform, when the train was stopped there. So they saw a vendor, he was selling a hand fan. Though vendor was illiterate, he was raising slogan like an MBA guy. If you see just opposite to mall, there are boards written that 10 rupai ka ek, 20 rupai ka teen, means buy two, get third one free. So in the same way, the vendor was also raising slogan. He was selling hand fan. All of you know hand fan. And raising slogan, 10 rupai ka ek, 20 rupai ka teen. ये 6 बच्चे, they got fascinated. They thought, दो तो free में मिल रहे, 4 के पैसे देने और 2 free में लेने. They thought, let's buy it. We are going to our hometown, native town, village. There is no electricity. This hand fan will be useful. And then we'll also show to mom कि जो पैसे आप मुझे भेजते हैं, we don't waste. Rather, we invest for such kind of innovative product. And the hand fan was looking very fascinated. So they paid 40 bucks, took 6 fans. They put it initially inside a bag. Later they realized, इतनी गर्मी और फैन होते हुए हमारे पास some गर्मी, so let's use it. Started using it. Within an hour or so after use, all 6 fans got damaged. So they were very unhappy, very irritated that these kind of vendors are cheating people. सबके साथ ये हो रहा होगा. So they decided कि हम घर पे कुछ जिक्र नहीं करेंगे, नहीं तो लोग डांटेंगे, ऐसे प्रोडक्ट खरीदते हो. हम वापसी में ये इंश्योर करेंगे, किसी एक को समझाया कि तुम रख लो अपने थैले में, वापसी में ये इंश्योर करेंगे, we should find the vendor and ask him to take it back and refund our money. So while returning back, they were very cautious enough. When the station came, started finding vendor. Where is vendor? Oh yeah, vendor is selling hand fan there. Exactly in the same way, 10 rupai ka ek, 20 rupai ka teen. Called the vendor, come in. Vendor came. As if, very happily, as if he is going to sell more fans. When he came closer, all 6 fans were taken out, shown to the vendor and asked that, take your broken fans and give our money back. Now vendor was not ready. Vendor said, no, you have damaged the fan and you want me to refund money? I will not do that. So they entered into a heated exchange of argument. Then there was an elderly person in the same compartment. He thought, now, ये सब तो आप fight कर लेंगे, मुझे intervene करने दो. उन्होंने intervene किया, रुको, stop it. Tell me what are your problems. Both the parties narrated their stories. After that, an elderly person passed the judgment, asked the vendor, look, these are students, and the payment which they have done, 40 bucks, is out of their hard saved money, not hard earned money. So return their 40 bucks, keep on selling fan in whichever way you wanted to sell it. Vendor was not ready. He said, no, sir. For no fault of mine, you want to penalize me. Elderly person said, I can visualize this fan is of very poor quality and will not last even for 1 hour. So you must take some responsibility and don't cheat people. I am just resolving a temporary, giving you a temporary solution and not restricting you. Otherwise, these people will go to police and lodge FIR about your quality of your product. Vendor replied, no, sir. This is an innovative hand fan. It has a different process to be used. These students do not know the process to use these fans. That's how they have damaged it, and it's not my responsibility. Elderly person asked, I am 70 plus and you are telling me this has a different process. Tell me what's the process. And then the vendor replied, hold fan like this, move your head like this, will never get broken. That's the value of a process, and that's how in software engineering you must have studied that your product is bound to fail, however capabilities, if it is not supported by a strong set of documentation, and that is where comes the bottom line of difference between a program and a software. So, friends, my first message was, out of the 4 technical skill sets, that your domain knowledge with proficiency, with competency, having a process-driven approach. Second important skill set is your ability to work in a team, teamwork. So ability to work in a team is very important. If you see, search the Google, will give you at least 100 of books which will be on software processes, on personal software processes, then team software processes, etc., etc. Working alone and working in a team has got altogether different attributes, however capable you are technically, but if you are not in a position to mix with the team and work in a team and you are not a team player, there is no space in the industry for us. And that's how it is said that you need to learn at times how to sacrifice your understanding, how to sacrifice your objective, and you should work for the global objective which is put forward for some common cause, for some common project by the team forward, and ensure that the finally project is successful. You might have observed as a teacher, we keep on observing when I ask my 10 students or 10 teachers to work on a common project, and they at that moment every one of them say yes sir. एक घंटे के बाद उनमें से 7 मेरे पास वापस आते हैं, सर वो 3 लोग मेरी टीम में आपने रखे हैं, उनको मेरी टीम में से हटा दीजिए सर। अच्छा, उनको आपकी टीम से हटा दें? सर वो आपको पता है उनके काम करने का तरीका अलग है, मेरे काम करने का तरीका अलग है, ना वो खुद काम करेंगे ना मुझे काम करने देंगे। सर कुछ नहीं होगा, आप फिक्र न करें, हम 7 लोग पूरा काम करेंगे सर। वो those 7 are champions। फिर मैं उन्हें कहता हूँ yes I know that you people are champion, very skilled, but we want that those 3 students should also get inspired and next time they should become the leaders of their team। नहीं सर, उनके साथ हम काम नहीं कर सकते। सर आपने क्लास में पढ़ाया है 0 and 1, सबने पढ़ाया ना 0 and 1, ऑन और ऑफ। सर ये भी पढ़ाया है इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ 2 डिसजॉइंट सेट इज 5, और हम दोनों डिसजॉइंट हैं, वो 3 और हम 7 डिसजॉइंट सेट्स हैं। मैं उनको कहता हूं नहीं, बिलीव इन यूनियन, नहीं सर, इकट्ठे काम करने में इंटरसेक्शन की बात है। अच्छा, सो देन आई आस्क हिम, लुक, अ गर्ल बीइंग मैरिड एट द टाइम ऑफ डोली, वो मैके से ससुराल रोते जाती है। इंडियन ट्रेडिशन है, वी आर प्राउड ऑफ रिच इंडियन ट्रेडिशंस। और सब सुनते हैं पता नहीं क्या बात हो रही थी सर, क्या एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं। अच्छा, मैंने कहा नहीं, इसके अंदर कुछ रीजंस हैं, मैं एग्जाम्पल रीजंस की वजह से दे रहा हूं कि गर्ल मैके से ससुराल दुल्हन रोते जाती है। इज दैट ए हैप्पी मोमेंट और सैड मोमेंट? हाँ, आप जैसे कुछ हैप्पी बताते हैं, कुछ सैड बोलते हैं। एक इंटेलिजेंट बच्चा कहता है बोथ। जब वो बोथ कहता है, जब वो सेट थ्योरी नहीं याद रखता, मैथमेटिकल फाउंडेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर साइंस नहीं याद रखता, मुझे सिखा रहा था अभी कि सर 0 and 1 का इंटरसेक्शन 5 होता है, तो मैं उसको कहता हूं बहुत इंटेलिजेंट आंसर है बोथ। एक फैमिली छोड़ने का गम है, एक फैमिली एस्टैब्लिश करने की खुशी है, बिल्कुल सही है आंसर। अब मैं कहता हूं नाउ यू रियलाइज व्हाट आर यू टेलिंग, व्हाट इज योर आंसर? कलेक्ट ऑल एलिमेंट इन दिस यूनिवर्स व्हिच आर हैप्पी एलिमेंट, पुट इट इन 8 set, collect all element, rest of the element otherwise also will be sad element. So 2 sets you have, happy and sad, find the intersection, what will you get? 5. Set theory, mathematics, 4th generation logic says 5, but the Dulhan exists there. Can we deny existence of a real world object on account of mathematical logic? क्या मैं ये कह सकता हूं नहीं, many mathematical logic doesn't recognize you don't exist? Mathematical logics have been modeled by us to address to the situation, and when we fail to address the situation, we develop another logic, and we developed a fuzzy logic, which could be true, could be false, could be hot, could be cold, could be interpreted on a fuzzy scale, could be interpreted differently by different people. And that's how a great poet has said that डाकिया सब लोग जानते हैं, पोस्टमैन, सीधा साधा डाकिया जादू करे महान। कबीर के दोहे बहुत सुने होंगे, ये दोहा निदा फाजली का है कि सीधा साधा डाकिया जादू करे महान, एक ही थैले में भरे आंसू और मुस्कान। कोई मैथमेटिकल लॉजिक, कंप्यूटर साइंस लॉजिक इसको एड्रेस नहीं करती, फजी लॉजिक ही एड्रेस करेगी। एक लेटर थैले से निकालता है, किसी को देता है हैप्पीएस्ट पॉसिबल न्यूज है, दूसरा लेटर निकालता है उस थैले से, दूसरे को देता है सैडेस्ट पॉसिबल न्यूज है। जब ये डिसजॉइंट काइंड ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स, ये डाइवर्स काइंड ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स इकट्ठे एग्जिस्ट कर सकते हैं, व्हाई कांट वी इंटेलिजेंट पीपल रिमेन टुगेदर एंड इंश्योर दैट लर्न टू लिव विद डाइवर्सिटी? दैट वाज द सेकंड स्किल। थर्ड स्किल एंड फोर्थ स्किल, एंड विल कंक्लूड। 2 स्किल्स बता दूं सर? Rathore sahab? Right. Third skill, important skill of 21st century where we are lacking, is part of again the life skill, is positive and good communication skills. Normally MCA students think हमें क्या communication की जरूरत है, कंप्यूटर पे प्रोग्राम करना है. अच्छा, MBA के बच्चों को डांटो, यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं कैंटीन में? सर हम डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं, डिबेट कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज वी नीड टू पॉलिश आवर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स. अच्छा, तुम्हें पढ़ना नहीं है? सर वो तो यहीं से आता है, पढ़ने से, ये डिस्कशन से आता है. अपोजिट, वहां भी डिसजॉइंट की बात है. फ्रेंड्स, वेदर एट योर होम और इन ऑफिस और इन सोसाइटी, you have to have a good communication skill and with positive sense, with positive approach. ये जितनी प्रॉब्लम सोसाइटी में हो रही हैं, ये सिर्फ मिसकम्युनिकेशन, मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग की वजह से हो रही हैं. एंड दैट्स हाउ आई कनेक्टेड टू द कंपाइलर कंस्ट्रक्शन एंड टेल दैट हमने सबने पढ़ाया है कंपाइलर कंस्ट्रक्शन. मैं भी 6 साल वो सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाया और हमने पढ़ाना शुरू किया कि पहले लेक्सिकल एनालिसिस है, फिर सिंटैक्टिक एनालिसिस है, फिर सिमेंटिक एनालिसिस है, और उसके बाद अब fifth generation computing compilers are telling now we have a pragmatic analysis. वो कम्युनिकेशन स्किल को मैंने कनेक्ट किया है आपके कंपाइलर कंस्ट्रक्शन पे. पढ़ा, जिन लोगों ने कंपाइलर पढ़ा होगा वो पढ़ा होगा, या सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर पढ़ा होगा वो पढ़ा होगा. अब वो लेक्सिकल, सिंटैक्टिक, सिमेंटिक के जमाने गए. 5th जनरेशन सॉफ्टवेयर्स होंगे, उनको pragmatically चीजें एनालाइज करनी पड़ेगी. एंड व्हाट इज ए pragmatic analysis? Pragmatic analysis tells that you have to ensure that whatever meaning you intended out of a sentence or out of a fact, whether the same meaning has been understood by other party or not. Forget grammar, forget other construct of sentences, etc., etc. जो मीनिंग मैं चाहता था वो दे पाया नहीं. कहाँ से आएगा? अच्छे कम्युनिकेशन से आएगा. मैं नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग और आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस पढ़ाया है. मेरे फेवरेट सेंटेंसेस हुआ करते थे नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग पढ़ाते वक्त. अब 3-4 साल से कम पढ़ाता हूँ मैं. कि आई सॉ द ताजमहल फ्लाइंग ओवर आगरा, एक इंग्लिश का स्पोकन सेंटेंस है, ये राइटिंग में भी नहीं है कि सेमीकोलन पंक्चुएशन मार्क्स लगे हैं. आई सॉ द ताजमहल फ्लाइंग ओवर आगरा and my intelligent software from 5th generation computing is expected to translate it Hindi language. क्या मीनिंग होगी इसकी? मैंने ताजमहल को आगरा पे उड़ते हुए देखा. मैंने थोड़ा पॉज ले लिया, वो भी खत्म कर दो आप. हैं, मैंने ताजमहल को आगरा में उड़ते हुए देखा. कौन उड़ रहा था भाई, मैं या ताजमहल? There comes the difference between natural intelligence and artificial intelligence. Huge research is happening now on machine learning, deep learning, and all put together artificial intelligence. I saw the boy playing in a park with a telescope. Who was using telescope, I or boy? And if I was using telescope, the meaning of the sentence is different. And if boy was using telescope, the meaning of the sentence is altogether different. Ambiguous. Sentence is correct lexically, sentence is correct syntactically, sentence is correct semantically. दोनों मीनिंग सही है. पहले सेंटेंस में दूसरी मीनिंग शायद एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है, इसमें सही है. तीसरा सेंटेंस ये भी लेक्सिकल, सिंटैक्टिक, सिमेंटिक तीनों फेस पास करता है कंपाइलर कंस्ट्रक्शन का. कहता है आई सॉ यू मूविंग एट पीवीआर अलोंग विथ माय गर्लफ्रेंड. मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ कौन घूम रहा था? लेक्सिकली करेक्ट है, सिंटैक्टिकली करेक्ट है, सिमेंटिकली भी करेक्ट है. बताओ, प्राग्मेटिकली मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था कि मैं मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ घूमने गया था, मैंने आपको भी वहां देखा, लेकिन आपने डिफरेंट मीनिंग कन्वे की. So we need to understand that entire issues in the society, whether at home, at office, or in the society, is because of miscommunication. Life skills का important part है positive communication. And अगर आप अच्छा communicate नहीं करेंगे, with my due apology, I wanted to tell, all technologists believe, I'm also a technologist, I have worked 4 years with CMC Limited. रेलवे के मास कंप्यूटराइजेशन प्रोजेक्ट पे काम किया है. हम ये सोचते हैं हम कंप्यूटर पे बैठ के प्रोग्राम बना रहे, हम सॉफ्टवेयर आर्किटेक्चर तैयार कर रहे, ये बहुत बड़ा काम है, मार्केटिंग के लोग क्या करेंगे, ये थोड़ी कुछ काम करेंगे. प्रोजेक्ट आने बंद हो जाएंगे, आपको काम नहीं मिलेगा. ये बैकएंड पे जो काम कर रहे हैं वो भी जरूरी है, और जो मार्केट से काम ला रहे हैं वो भी जरूरी है, और वो बहुत बार ज्यादा जरूरी है, चूंकि वो प्रोजेक्ट आएगा तो आपको काम करने को मिलेगा. एंड दैट इज हाउ यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. यू हैव टू सेल एंड प्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ इन योर टीम. You have to present yourself to your subordinate. You have to present yourself to your seniors. You have to present yourself and your company to your clients and bring more clients. And that's how management philosophers have proven it, that a technically sound proposal, if not presented nicely, Even a technically sound proposal, if not presented nicely, is likely to get rejected, and a technically poor proposal, if presented nicely, is likely to get accepted. होता है नहीं होता? क्लास में बच्चे सोचते हैं 60 की क्लास में ये जो 10 है ना, ये सर के पास जाएंगे, जो रिक्वेस्ट है अप्रूव करा के आएंगे। हम 50 में से कोई जाना नहीं भूल के भी उस दिन। ऐसा स्टाफ भी सोचते हैं और सोचते हैं सर फेवर करते हैं। कोई फेवर नहीं है, उनके प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल का कमाल है। क्विक एग्जांपल दे देता हूं आपको। सीबीएसई बोर्ड के पेपर्स होने वाले हैं 10वीं और 12वीं के। संडे, कल संडे है, बहुत सारे बच्चे प्रेयर जाने की तैयारी कर रहे। चूंकि 1-2 हफ्ते के बाद पेपर्स हैं, तो ऐसे 6 बच्चे प्रेयर करने चले गए एक चर्च में। उन्होंने सोचा एग्जाम करीब है, उससे पहले प्रेयर कराते हैं। They go and when they went to the church, they saw in church atmosphere is very encouraging. जैसे ये हॉल अगर मैं 3-4 घंटे टाइम दे दे तो बोलता रहूंगा, मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है, इतनी अच्छी ऑडियंस, कम जगह होती है। A big round of applause for entire audience, हाँ? बाकी स्पीकर्स के लिए, स्टेज पे बैठे डिग्निटरीज के लिए हमेशा अप्लॉज करते रहते हैं, अपने लिए भी करना चाहिए। लेट्स अप्रिशिएट। So these 6 students went to a church for making prayer, and when they saw the atmosphere in the church is very encouraging, they decided that next to next Sunday is in between 2 papers, so will not come for prayer next Sunday, will make prayer this Sunday itself. तो 2-3 घंटे के बजाय 5-6 घंटे की प्रेयर हो गई। थोड़ी बैड हैबिट्स तो होती हैं। एक बच्चा उनमें से हैड ए पुअर हैबिट ऑफ स्मोकिंग। अच्छा, बाकी बच्चे जानते थे ये स्मोकिंग की हैबिट है, साथ में कैरी भी कर रहा। उसको कह रहे थे यहाँ स्मोक नहीं करना, बाहर खत्म हो जाएगा प्रेयर तब करेंगे, यू विल कीप ऑन स्मेलिंग एयर, सब हमें भगा देंगे। लेकिन जब 3-4 घंटे गुजर गए, ही कुड नॉट रेसिस्ट, ही स्टार्टेड स्मोकिंग राइट इन द प्रेयर हॉल। आप में से कितने लोगों ने लोटस टेम्पल देखा है? राइट इन द प्रेयर हॉल अगर मेरी तरह से जोर जोर से बोलने लगोगे तो क्या होगा? कोई तो वॉलंटियर आएगा और कहेगा बोलने की जगह बाहर है, अंदर नहीं है। सो जैसे ही ये बच्चा स्मोकिंग करने लगा, वॉलंटियर, पुअर एडमिन वॉलंटियर केम एंड सेड, ओह शिट, यू आर स्मोकिंग, डोंट यू सी दीज बोर्ड्स, गेट आउट फ्रॉम हियर, बिग बोर्ड्स आर हियर, स्मोकिंग इज प्रोहिबिटेड एंड यू आर स्मोकिंग हियर, गेट आउट। अच्छा, किसी बच्चे को, आज की जनरेशन को आप कह दें गेट आउट, इतने लोगों के सामने बहुत इंसल्टिंग है। वो कह रहा नो, हम टीचर्स ने पढ़ाया है ना, बी इनक्विजिटिव, आस्क इवन डम्ब और सिली क्वेश्चंस अप फ्रंट। वो कहता नो 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 नो, यू कांट डिक्टेट योर टर्म्स हियर, दीज बोर्ड्स आर मेड, दीज रूल्स आर मेड ऑन अर्थ, आई विल फॉलो ओनली रूल्स मेड इन हेवन। टेल मी, इज देयर एनी रूल मेड इन हेवन दैट स्मोकिंग इज नॉट परमिटेड? Now a poor volunteer from admin, he said, look, you have only 2 options, either you get out or go to the next door, father is sitting there, you bring permission, I have no objection. He said, okay, I will go to the father and will bring permission. वो बाकी बच्चे कह रहे थे अब बहुत हो गया, चल यहाँ से, कितनी बहस करेगा, चल। वो कह रहे नहीं नहीं नहीं, it is very insulting, they are kicking us out from here. He went to the father and asked to the father, father, अब important है आपके सेंटेंस के प्रेजेंटेशन एंड कंस्ट्रक्ट को समझने की बात है, पॉजिटिविटी को समझने की बात है। He went to the father and asked to the father, father, can I smoke while making prayer? Father said, no, 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 that is not permissible. How can you do that? गुस्सा तो बहुत आया बच्चे को, मगर हम टीचर्स ने ही समझाया है, आर्गुमेंट फॉर द सेक ऑफ आर्गुमेंट नहीं करना। वो चुपचाप वापस आ गया, फ्रेंड्स को बताया, अब बहुत हो गया, अब हम जाएंगे, हमारा बहुत इंसल्ट हो गया। बाकी बच्चों ने कहा कि मतलब पहले से कह रहे थे यहाँ स्मोकिंग नहीं करना, अब समझ में आई तुझे, लेकिन अब तूने सारी इंसल्ट करा डाली है, इससे ज्यादा ह्यूमिलेशन में बर्दाश्त नहीं करता, सब यहीं रुको, लेट मी गो टू द फादर एंड ब्रिंग परमिशन फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू। वो पॉजिटिव बच्चा फादर के पास जाता है और फादर को पूछता है, फादर, कैन आई मेक प्रेयर व्हाइल स्मोकिंग? Father said, obviously, every moment of your life, every breath of your life, you must be busy in prayer, and the most quality time of your life is when you are busy in prayer. Then he replied politely, Father, since morning we are here making prayer, we are devoted people, and just one of my friend had a poor habit of smoking, he is now smelling and we are being kicked out. Father replied, no, 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 I can foresee you are so devoted people, go, be busy in prayer. He came back with permission, and that is how a great poet has said that कौन सी बात कहाँ कैसे कही जाती है, ये सलीका हो तो हर बात सुनी जाती है। ये था थर्ड स्किल, सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज हर क्लास में पढ़ाया जाता है। ये इवेंट्स, ऐसे इवेंट्स आपको बाकी 3 स्किल्स देंगे, एक टीम वर्क, एक कम्युनिकेशन और तीसरा जो स्किल मैं बताने वाला, चारों स्किल्स मिलके आपके 21st सेंचुरी प्रोफेशनलिज्म का स्किल सेट बनेगा। ये 3 लाइफ स्किल्स हैं, वो टेक्निकल स्किल्स हैं। टेक्निकल स्किल से 20% काम आती है, लेकिन देयर इज नो सब्स्टिट्यूट टू दैट। आप सोचेंगे फिर वो 20% आती है सर, 80% में हम पास कर जाएंगे। इंद्रप्रस्थ यूनिवर्सिटी के बच्चे हैं ना, मैंने बहुत फाइट की है यूनिवर्सिटी में, इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल सेपरेट पास करने का रूल बनाना चाहिए। उसका सिर्फ एक रिजल्ट हुआ, उन्होंने कहा यूनिवर्सिटी में एकेडमिक काउंसिल 13 साल रिप्रेजेंट किए मैंने, यूनिवर्सिटी MCA प्रोग्राम का कोऑर्डिनेटर हूं। वो कहा अच्छा सर इतना मत कीजिए, ये जुल्म हो जाएगा बहुत बच्चों के साथ। मैंने कहा बच्चे दोनों कंपोनेंट में मेहनत करेंगे। तो उन्होंने कहा ऐसा है, इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल के मार्क्स हम मार्कशीट पर रिफ्लेक्ट कर देते हैं। अब आप सोचोगे वो 20% टेक्निकल स्किल्स है, उसको पढ़ने की जरूरत ही क्या है, क्लास आने की जरूरत नहीं, कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं। 80% तो लाइफ स्किल्स है, इसी में लग जाते हैं। वो भी पास करना है और ये भी पास करना है, और दोनों 80% से पास करना है। उसका सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं है और इसका भी नहीं है। लेकिन लाइफ में आपको बेटर पोजीशन लाइफ स्किल से मिलेंगी, और टेक्निकल स्किल्स आपको हमेशा सस्टेनेबिलिटी देगा। तो लास्ट स्किल सेट हमारे पास है। मैं आपको ये कम्युनिकेशन स्किल पे वो शायर की पंक्तियां सुनाई थी, उसको कनेक्ट करना चाहता हूं। आपने शायद आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस में या MIS में या डिसीजन मेकिंग सपोर्ट सिस्टम में कहीं आपने नॉलेज पिरामिड पढ़ा होगा। नॉलेज पिरामिड ये कहता है कि we have symbols, when symbols get processed becomes data, when data gets processed becomes information, when information becomes processed, when information is processed becomes knowledge, when knowledge is processed becomes intelligence। इसलिए डेटाबेस सिस्टम और नॉलेज बेस सिस्टम में डिफरेंस होता है। क्योंकि डेटाबेस को प्रोसेस करके इंफॉर्मेशन लेते हैं, इंफॉर्मेशन बेस प्रोसेस करके नॉलेज बेस क्रिएट करते हैं, और नॉलेज बेस को प्रोसेस करके मैं इंटेलिजेंस सिस्टम बनाता हूं। एंड व्हेन इंटेलिजेंस इज प्रोसेस इट बिकम विजडम। अब नॉलेज, इंटेलिजेंस और विजडम, पिरामिड में टॉप पे विजडम है, बॉटम पे सिंबल्स हैं। अब विजडम की जब मैं बात करता हूं तब मुझे ये शायर की पंक्तियां याद आती हैं कि कौन सी बात कहां कैसे कही जाती है। ये सलीका हो तो हर बात सुनी जाती है। नॉलेज इनेबल्स यू टू understand what to say, intelligence enable you to understand when to say, and wisdom enables you to understand how to say। so when, what to say, when to say, how to say, आप सारे IT लोगों को पता होना चाहिए। ये मैं कोई वो इंग्लिश वालों की स्पीच नहीं दे रहा हूं, ये IT बच्चों के लिए, IT प्रोफेशनल्स की स्पीच दे रहा हूं। एंड लास्ट स्किल सेट इज क्वालिटी। फ्रेंड्स, डायरेक्टर साहब बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट हैं, हेड आपके टीचर बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट हैं। बच्चे आमतौर पे क्या करते हैं, 5 टीचर एक सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा, 5 सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा रहे एक सेमेस्टर में, ये एक टीचर, इनके यहाँ नकल कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं चलेगी। बच गए 4 में से 3 का तो कुछ नहीं, ज़ेरॉक्स सेंटर पे जाना है, कोई तो रिपोर्ट पड़ी होगी, ले आना है और सबमिट कर देना है, उधर साइन हो जाएगा हमारा। और एक वो थोड़ा फंसी है, टाइटल देखेंगे, मेरा नाम देखेंगे, बैक पे रेफरेंसेस देखेंगे, एक्नॉलेजमेंट देखेंगे। उनका ऐसा है, किसी बच्चे को फोन किया, तूने बना लिया, मुझे सॉफ्ट कॉपी भेजना, मैं थोड़ा कॉपी पेस्ट कर लूंगा और मैं भी ले आऊंगा एक प्रिंट आउट। और एक टीचर, ओह शिट, पूरी एनर्जी सेमेस्टर की इसी में लगानी है, ये छोड़ेगा नहीं। फ्रेंड्स, ये आपका लुकआउट नहीं होना चाहिए, ये आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं होना चाहिए। आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव ये होना चाहिए कि मुझे डायरेक्टर को, सर को, टीचर को सेटिस्फाई नहीं करना, मेरे अंदर एक जज बैठा है जिसे मुझे सेटिस्फाई करना है, और मेरे हर काम के कंप्लीशन के बाद वो इंटरनल जज मुझे एक खुशी देनी चाहिए। अगर वो जज आपको खुशी दे रहा है, खुश कर रहा है, आपको कह रहा है बहुत बढ़िया काम किया, टू एक्सीलेंट, बहुत अच्छा है, इसका मतलब आज का काम आपने अच्छे से किया है। अगले दिन जो आज का बेंचमार्क था उसको इंप्रूव करके एक बेटर बेंचमार्क, एक इंप्रूव्ड सिस्टम बनाने की कोशिश कीजिए। ये क्वालिटी की मीनिंग है। ये मीनिंग नहीं है कि IIM मेरा बेंचमार्क है या IITs मेरे बेंचमार्क हैं। अगर ऐसे हम बेंचमार्क बनाने लगे, सो इधर दोज बेंचमार्क विल बी आउट ऑफ योर रीच और अंडर योर रीच। If it is out of your reach, you will be leading doing suicide. If it is under your reach, you will remain underperformer. So हम सब के लिए कंपटीशन हमारी अपनी कैपेबिलिटी है, ओनली विथ वन राइडर के एवरी डे यू नीड टू इंट्रोस्पेक्ट कि मैंने आज का काम कल से बेहतर किया या नहीं, और परसों का काम जो आने वाला है उसके लिए मैं कल से बेहतर करने की तैयारी की है या नहीं की है। इस एग्जाम्पल के साथ कंक्लूड करूंगा कि एक टीचर मेरे जैसा अपने लेक्चररशिप से करियर का शुरुआत करता है, लेक्चररशिप, रीडर, प्रोफेसर, देन डीन, in a medical college of some department, and before superannuation, he became the principal of that medical college. By virtue of being the principal of the medical college, he could get a post of chief superintendent attached with the hospital also, and then superannuated after completion of his 32-35 years of services. But in an entire career of 38-35 years of services, never bothered कि ये जो बच्चे आ रहे हैं इन पे थोड़ी सख्ती करनी चाहिए, इनको अच्छे से पढ़ाना चाहिए, अच्छा environment create करना चाहिए, ecosystem better होना चाहिए. Hospital should earn confidence of the society, patient should visit the hospital, and doctor should understand how to treat patients. कभी ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो गया. After superannuation, and one fine morning he met a heart stroke. Family members immediately admitted him in a good nearby hospital. Doctors identified major blockages needs to be operated immediately, otherwise some untoward incident will happen. He was straight away brought into operation theatre. And before he was put into an unconscious state, he saw a team of doctors coming, headed by a young doctor, a smart boy. He started recalling his memories. Yeah, ye smart boy, kuch known face hai. Yeah, he recalled. That teacher recalled, he is a student of my medical college of so-and-so batch, where we were not doing anything, we were not teaching anything. No patient was visiting the hospital. He somehow mugged up his syllabus and passed MBBS examination. He is doctor, head of that team who will operate upon me. He could not absorb second shock and expired before operation. Moral of the story is, whatever we are doing in life, please believe we are not cheating anyone else. We are cheating to ourselves. Is going to come back to us. If I am not driving car properly, probably I will hit to someone who may not be near and dear to me, so I am least bothered, but this act will create temptation in many others who will also drive like this, will hit to many others, and out of those many others, there will be someone near and dear to me. Let's behave in a professional way, and if you are doing it, there is no dearth of job, I am telling you from here. I have close interaction with industry on platform of IEEE, IIT, CSI, all professional societies. Industries are behind getting good people, but gone are those days जो 50% और 60% वाले बच्चे सेलेक्ट होंगे. मैं 50%, 60% IP के एग्जाम की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. जो कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स में या इंडस्ट्री के टेस्ट में कट ऑफ है वो होते थे पहले, अब नहीं होंगे. अब वो 80% एंड एबव जो कंपनीज के रिक्रूटमेंट टेस्ट को क्रैक करेगा वो सिलेक्ट होता है. बिकॉज कस्टमर्स आर मोर empowered, customers have become more demanding, customers have become more agile. So customers are forcing challenges before the service provider, and service provider has no option but to raise the benchmark. With this note, I will conclude that this entire process, a big round of applause for entire organizing team. ये जो opportunity है friends, टीचर्स आते हैं, कुछ यहाँ से आते हैं, कुछ वहाँ से आते हैं, पेपर्स प्रेजेंट करते हैं, वो डेवलप होते हैं. बच्चे सोचते हैं मुझे क्या काम है इस रिसर्च कॉन्फ्रेंस में, मैं क्या करूँगा. आपको ये जो 3 स्किल्स मैंने बताई लाइफ स्किल्स की, वो यहीं डेवलप होगी, सिर्फ क्लासरूम में डेवलप नहीं होती. उनके लिए ये इवेंट्स की बहुत ज़रूरत है. और ये पूरा प्रोसेस हमारा एक अंधेरे से उजाले की तरफ लाने का प्रोसेस है, एक डार्कनेस से लाइट की तरफ लाने का प्रोसेस है. इसीलिए हमने हमारा ट्रेडिशन है, हमारी संस्कृति है कि माँ सरस्वती से आशीर्वाद लेते हैं. आशीर्वाद लोग इस बात का लेते हैं कि मुझे इतनी शक्ति दे, इतनी नॉलेज दे, इतनी पावर दे कि मैं जो लाइफ के चैलेंजेस हैं जो अदरवाइज इग्नोरेंस की वजह से मैं फेस नहीं कर सकता था, विद पावर ऑफ नॉलेज आई विल फेस. सो अ ग्रेट पोइट हैज सेड, एजुकेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, और एजुकेशन विथ ए कैपेबिलिटी टू इंप्लीमेंट इन ए प्रोसेस ड्रिवन मैनर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. कि उजाले अपनी आंखों में महफूज कर लो. आंख बहुत इंटीग्रेटेड कंपोनेंट है, निकल गई तो कोई चीज कोई एट्रीब्यूट आपकी पर्सनालिटी की मिस हो जाती है. इसलिए कहते हैं कि उजाले, पावर ऑफ नॉलेज, अपनी पर्सनालिटी का पार्ट बनाना. व्हेन यू स्टैंड, व्हेन यू स्पीक, व्हेन यू इंटरैक्ट, व्हेन यू आर वॉकिंग इन द सोसाइटी, पीपल शुड नो यू आर एन एजुकेटेड प्रोफेशनल, यू आर ए प्रोफेशनल ऑफ 21st सेंचुरी. सो उजाले अपनी आंखों में महफूज कर लो. बड़ी दूर तक रात ही रात होगी. मुसाफिर हो तुम भी, मुसाफिर हैं हम भी, किसी मोड़ पे फिर मुलाकात होगी. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स.
Now I invite Professor Mushir Ahmed, Head Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Jamia Millia Islamia University, to say a few words. He is doctorate in mathematics from Aligarh Muslim University with more than 27 years experience in teaching. He is a founder life member in National and International Society for Industrial and Applied Mathematics and published many papers in national and international journal.
Respected chief guest, dignitaries sitting on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great honor for me to be a part of this national conference. I am hopeful that this conference will certainly useful for the researchers, research students, teachers, and the students. Not only useful for researchers and these students, it will also be useful for the society as well. Thank you. Actually, I am not feeling well. That's why much is shared by Professor Emanduja about these skills and other things. I'm really sorry that I'm not feeling well. That's why I just conclude my session here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I hope your address would have paved way to understand the issues. Now, I invite our Chief Executive Academics and Development, Dr. A.K. Srivastav, to address the gathering. He's a doctorate in management and high-performing management professional with more than 37 years of academic, research, consultancy, and corporate experience.
Very good morning to all the students. I'm just finding that after Professor Huda's deliberations and interaction with this August gathering, what to tell further on the subjects. Well, Honorable Chief Guest, Guest of Honors, my colleagues, dear faculty members, students. I feel that Professor Huda has given some tips which is very important to everyone, that includes myself also, in the learning process. As a student, we feel that classroom teaching, he has given a wonderful example that passing the examinations are not so important than passing the entire professional life. And he has given the tips that you have to improve your own benchmark all the time throughout your life, whether you are a student, whether you are a professional, or even if you are in your own personal life. Just look at, I give you some examples from the sports world. Sachin Tendulkar. If you look at the track record of Sachin, he keeps on improving his own benchmark. Now the current Indian captain, cricket captain, Virat Kohli, improving his own benchmarks. Similarly, many of the politicians, I can say Honorable Modi ji or Rahul Gandhi ji, they are trying to improve their own benchmark, but as a student, what we expect at the end of the day, we should get 80% of the marks. Now with 80% of the marks, 23 marks will be given as an internal because there is no system of qualifying the two at a different level. And rest, whatever marks is required, because I can mug up, I can vomit out on a piece of paper which is known as answer sheets, getting into the evaluation of 80%, 70%, something like that. But these 70%, 80% with marks, when the students cracks to the placement activity, there is a problem. Because what the corporate expects and what you feel in the academia as a student or we as a teacher, there is a gap. And the students who had appeared for the mock interview exercises within the internal frame of work, they know, and the faculty also knows, that how they failed in their technical skills as well as the soft skills. Huda ji is trying to emphasize on both the fronts with a very short span, focusing on the skill sets also, focusing on the soft skills also, that includes the team building. And I think, sir, I am really very much thankful to Professor Huda ji for imparting such education to the students, for which we keep on trying, but still we are struggling. And what Professor Huda has told, that these conferences are meant for getting beyond the classroom teachings in terms of various verticals. and the students do not understand, and that's why many of the chairs we are seeing vacant. We do not understand. We will understand. You will also understand. When we were the students, we sometimes felt like that these are all the wastage of time. But with the passage of time, we realize that what we did as a mistake in our student life, we should not get it repeated, and our students should be projected in the best way. Now, coming down to this conference, this IT conference has been organized by the team of Dr. Jitendra Rai ji and his very efficient colleagues in emerging trends on web technologies, social media, and mobile applications. Now, our world has become techno-savvy, and everything which has set a fashion statement setting new trends is not so easy. It takes a lot of time and efforts to make new trends successful and famous among, I think Dr. Harleen, she has spoken well on this area, and this conference today is addressing the three verticals: web technologies, social media, and mobile application as an interface which relates to the web technology and the client server. Now, please, all the students should learn from the proceedings of the conference, from the paper presentation of various papers presenters, and put up questions so that you can increase in the knowledge. I wish a very successful conference, and I wish that these conferences will keep us on moving at Tecnia and getting into the more learning mode at Tecnia students, so that they are competent enough to face their professional life very successfully, so that when we meet as a alumni after maybe 6 years, we find that someone sitting at the chief executive level, maybe after 15 years, 20 years in CSC or what big companies, so that we feel proud, and let us work on it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Syed I. Ehsan, ex-Pro Vice Chancellor, Patna University, Bihar, to address the gathering. Professor Ehsan is a computer science professor, education management professional, researcher, and author with more than 40 years of experience. He specializes in multiple areas, including bioinformatics, computational biology, and Web 2.0. He's graduated from University of Sheffield in UK. He won a National Merit Scholarship Award, India, from 1959 to 1965. He also won a British Council Overseas Scholarship Award for PhD. He is an author of books on software quality concepts and practices, microprocessor, computer-aided system analysis and design, and published many papers in national and international journals and conference proceedings. It's my pleasure to invite you, sir, to address the gathering.
Friends on the stage and friends in the audience, good morning. Stay blessed and happy. This is what I say, tell all my friends on Messenger. Every morning, I spend at least an hour replying to good morning messages. And for good night, sweet dreams. I'm very happy about this institution. I came here because I found that it covers a wide ground. And some of the topics are of very much interest for me. I retired in 2011. Since then, I am doing Facebook. And I am an addict of Facebook. I am addicted. The first paper that you will find in the proceedings is by Dr. Rai on addiction. social media, we ought to talk much about social media. Social media is a double-edged sword. There are many pitfalls of social media. There are many pitfalls of WhatsApp, Twitter, and also Facebook. Let us please listen to me. Gloria made me friend. I accepted her friend request. Then she asked my age. I said, I'm 70 plus. Then she said, oh, you are very old. You are like my father. I said, okay, you call me daddy. And she started calling me daddy. And for 1 week, I communicated with Gloria. And then she said, I want to come to your country. I said, okay, come on. You call me from your hotel or wherever you are. I will just come and meet you. I'm coming on Monday. I said, okay, give me a call. Then I received a call. Gloria, Dad, Gloria, I have arrived in your country. And that phone number was a local Indian phone number. I said, okay, what can I do for you? I have no time. And I blocked her. Because I know it's a fake friendship. And some of the people, officers in customs department in Bombay and in Delhi, they form a gang. And you get the feeling that so-and-so is coming to meet you. And then they will tell you, so-and-so is having large amount of dollars. We cannot release unless you come and clear customs. Somebody calling with very strong voice, I'm custom officer, so-and-so, please come. Call from Bombay. Most of these people would tell you that they are coming. They never come, they never appear. There is a gang in India. So beware, these are important and practical cases, real cases which I am telling you. Only a few cases I have said. I have told you there are many such cases. There are many pitfalls of Facebook. And there is problem of addiction. And there is problem of mobile. I was born in a different age. The world has advanced a lot. I was teaching as a lecturer in 1965. I taught in IIT Delhi in 1970s and 80s, in Jamia in 90, and so on. I have seen how the world has changed. And these social medias, they are very good, provided you have a positive bent of mind, you have some idea which you want to explore, you have some message which you want to share, you have some friends whom you want to really meet, and sometimes on the social media, some of your very old relatives and friends whom you never met for a long time, they will make you friends. That is where the positive part of social, and social causes. Social media should be used for some purpose, not for faces, not for sharing pictures, not for sharing wrong things on the social media. There are many bad things of social media. Regarding web technologies, You already know it's an old topic, nothing new in this. Web technologies, Tim Berners-Lee is the person who coined this World Wide Web. The most important thing now is data, big data analysis, security, and privacy. You can learn about these things. Coming back again to Facebook and mobile. Don't use mobile all the time and keep yourself away from Facebook, WhatsApp, and mobile. That is my advice to you. Here is an article. This is today's Indian Express. Read Indian Express. Investigative journalism. The best newspaper. Don't go for electronic media. Stop watching television. Read some good newspapers. Hear what she writes. There is an article by Catherine Price. You need to break up with your phone. Here is a mobile phone. Okay, today's Indian Express. You can visit their website as well. And there is a statement here which I have shared on Facebook this morning. I will read it. You have to answer. How many people on their deathbeds do you think are going to say, I wish I had spent more time on Facebook? Should I repeat? How many people on their deathbeds do you think are going to say, I wish I had spent more time on Facebook? This is the question that I have asked on my page in Facebook. Please answer. All of you who are friends, who are on the Facebook, make me friends. And you can then access all my Facebook messages and posts. I'm calling you friends because only yesterday or day before yesterday, the Prime Minister addressed the students. And he said, friends. They asked friends, yes, you are all friends. So for me also, I have to tell you, we are all friends. In one of my Facebook posts, I talked about happiness. And a lot of people have written about happiness. And some are writing, happiness you don't get by social media. Happiness you get by actual social interaction with your friends, colleagues, and relatives. Happiness you can get by taking care of your friends and relatives. Happiness you don't get using Facebook. So, my advice to you is use Facebook and other social media platforms, but control yourself and don't become an addict. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request Dr. Jitendra Rai, convener of this conference, for a vote of thanks.
Good morning to all dignitaries present on the dais and off the dais. I, Dr. Jitendra Rai, on behalf of Tecnia, Institute of Advanced Studies, extend my sincere thanks to Chief Guest, Professor Dr. Syed I. Ahsan, ex-Pro Vice Chancellor of Patna University, for giving his precious time and enlightening the August gathering. Thank you, sir. I thank to Chief Patron of the conference and Chairman, Tecnia Group of Institution, Dr. Ram Kailash Gupta, Absentia, for our continuing humble support and guidance. Sir, your support has always been a motivating force for all of us. Thank you, sir. I extend my thanks to keynote speaker of the conference, Professor Dr. Helene Kaur, Jamia Hamdard University, for sharing her experience. Thank you, ma'am. I also extend my thanks to guest of honor, Dr. Nitin Malik, Abshancia, Joint Registrar, GGS IP University, Delhi, for his valuable thought on the subjects. Thank you, sir. I also extend my thanks to guest of honor, Professor Dr. Mushair Ahmed, Professor and Head, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Jamia Millia Islamia, for sharing their valuable thoughts. Thank you, sir. I also extend my thanks to guest of honor, Professor Dr. M.N. Hudda, Director Bhate Vidyapits, for sharing their valuable thoughts. Thank you, sir. I also thank to eminent faculty, delegates, visitors from corporate and guests from press and media, Director of Affiliated Institute of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, and a resource person of plenary sessions. I also thanks to Vice Chairman, Tecnia Group Institution, Dr. Sandhya Gupta, for her guidance. Thank you, ma'am, Abshancia. I also extend my thanks to team from Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies, especially Dr. Ajay Kumar Rathore, Director of Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies, Dr. A.K. Srivastava, CE, A&D, Dr. B.V. Agarwal, Program Chair, MCA Department, faculty and non-teaching staff of Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies. We are very sure that your participation in the conference would be highly fruitful and enriching in the knowledge enhancement. Thank you very much.